Attention all podcasts of the Solar Federation. We have assumed control. We have assumed control. We have assumed control.
The Intergalactic Boombox.
Oi,
Yeah?
what's the best time to go to the dentist?
Tooth hurty?
Oh, alright.
Hey, what do you call a girl in the middle of a tennis court?
I don't know.
Annette.
Say, I'm reading a book about anti-gravity.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's impossible to put down.
Welcome to the Intergalactic Boombox. I'm voice actor Kyle Hebert from Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, Naruto, and many others. I'm the captain of the universe's only podcasting spaceship. It made the Kessel Run in less than 5 parsecs, so... And of course, bringing sexy back, it's the soft dulcet tones of the Al Capella Symphony Orchestra. Hey-o! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Take it to the chorus!
No, we don't have time, man.
Oh, let's bring on some sat cat love, yeah. Some cool cats will chat some sats in this general direction.
We're talking sats as in Satoshis, the microtransaction currency used in a Podcasting 2.0 app from newpodcastapps.com. That's how you show support. Value for value. The value you're getting out of this podcast, you give back. Streaming that support in-app as you listen. Dave Jones from the Podcasting 2.0 podcast with Adam Curry sends in his weekly automated sustaining donation in case he gets behind in listening. 12,112 sats. Thank you so much, Dave, for the boost. Saints and Sats boosted 2,375 sats and says, ouch, hope Herbert's recovering from that taser shock. Oh, yeah. If you heard last episode, Conspiracy totally tased me. I mean, I get it. I interrupted his segment, but the show was running long, so, man, things I do for entertainment. Unito Fac boosted 95 sats and says, you're crazy, man. Tell me something I don't know. Walter W. boosted 475 sats and said 500 sats per episode, this time for a boot. I'm Canadian, eh? Thanks, buddy. Got a nice anonymous boost of 95 sats and says, nice job.
Gracias.
And The Dude boosted 95 sats and says, this is awesome. I don't know what he's referring to, but yeah, newpodcastapps.com. Download a Podcasting 2.0 app and listen to the show the way it's meant to be heard, with images and chapters that you can skip around to your favorite segments. And apps like Fountain, you can actually clip your favorite parts and share them on your socials. And the Fountain app, you can actually earn sats. You get paid to listen to podcasts, and then you can bank that savings up and then give back to the podcast that you like listening to, such as this one.
The question of the week.
So you got a last name that people butcher all the time?
All right, Herbert, stand aside. You better not be stirring up the whole hooey about your name again.
Oh, hey.
Or you and
hey,
me are
hey.
going to tussle.
Look, Conspiracy, I've given up trying to correct you.
Good, because you can't correct me when I'm always correct.
Well,
I always know what's really going on behind the scenes,
Yeah.
who the real puppet masters are.
Do tell.
The lizard alien overlords and the Illuminati.
okay.
Right, Mom?
Whoa, Mom.
Well, hi.
Oh, dear God, there's another one?
Kenny done told me all about you, Kirk. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
And you are...
I'm Kenny's mother, Miss Information.
Of course. You know, misinformation, my name is Kyle. Kyle Hebert.
Oh, bless your heart. Kenny done told me you're drowning in the delusion that your name ain't your name. Just another one of them sheeple easily swayed by the mass media.
Yeah, you see, Mom, you see?
Oh, I do indeed, Kenny. You are right again, son.
Mm-hmm.
This boy's wheels are spinning, but the hamster done already died.
Hey, anyway, how about you, my listener? Let's check out how people butcher your last name. Jack Spearco from the Survival Podcast gave me 1,900 sats and says, I boosted you before and you always got my name correct, but many can't. It's bizarre how it gets twisted. It's pronounced like Spearco. Versions of it wrong included Spurco. I get that, but what's up with the Spitco? No T in there. Sparko, too. Tons of oddball stuff. The challenges of a Ukrainian name, I guess. Thanks again for the support, man. 475 sats from Hunters SF770. He says, mispronouncing my handle, mostly because they don't allow capital letters. It's Hunter SF770, not Hunters F770. Hunter. Just Hunter. Checking the Twitters, asking if anyone butchers their last name. Peter Smith says, no. Cinia Fair says, well, my last name is Fair, pronounced Fair, F-A-I-R, but spelled F-E-H-R. And people say things like fur and such. It's my first name that gets butchered the most. Hope I'm saying it right. Cinia. Mr. Ashwath Page says, it's not my last name, but people have messed up first names so much that sometimes they end up using Ashley for some reason. Lurty says, a Canadian Twitch streamer, Pat Boivin, complains that no one pronounces his name correctly. It looks like Boivin, but it's French and pronounced Boivet. Oh, sorry. It's not Boivin? I guess that would be Cajun French. But anyway, one time he had to say Boivin to an automated airport system to find his lost luggage and hated it. Yeah, even though my last name is a French variation, Hebert, I've been to Canada and they still think it's Hebert. Samuwaizu says, mine is San Filippo. I remember seeing my name in yearbooks and each year it was always spelt differently. Magnus MKI says, yeah, I do. It's a Polish last name that means cherry tree that gets extra consonants and vowels added when people say it. The funniest is still when a PC crashed and it just looped the sound of the first part of it over and over. It's Wisniewski, by the way. Wisniewski. Is this like Worcestershire, spelt like Worcestershire? Kaiser Warrior says Hayes, a common last name of Irish origin, and yet people screw it up all the time. Or worse, my girlfriend's last name is Appleyard, and somehow people always say Applegate. Like bro, those are completely different letters. Bruh, seriously. And Madeline B. Hiatus says, my last name is Butita. It's pronounced Boo-Tee-Ta. But I've heard Butita so many times in my life. Oh, I'm so sorry.
New question.
Marvel Snap is the new freemium mobile card game that's getting a lot of buzz. I downloaded it on day one. I've been playing this every day. It's very fast-paced. Each round lasts about 3 to 5 minutes. You lay down your cards across 3 different locations, each having different effects. And all the cards in your deck also have different values and effects, and each card representing, of course, a Marvel character. And the goal is to have the highest number on 2 out of the 3 locations.
Well, now that sounds like a whole lot of fun.
Right?
Can you play as Ant-Man and shrink down and go up Thanos' butthole?
Maybe in a future update?
Well, that's good.
The Snap in the title isn't just a Thanos reference, by the way. It's to up the ante or swag or lose progress. You sit there and play and you can hit the Snap button and suddenly there's more at stake. More to win if you win and more to lose if you don't. Upgrades on each card are cosmetic only. The value of the card always remains the same, but you get some cool imagey things like 3D or frame breaks or animated, kind of like a GIF.
Don't you mean GIF?
No, misinformation. GIF is peanut butter.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah, I feel blessed. As you advance, you unlock new cards, and of course you can purchase items to unlock character cards faster or just play a lot. Tons of YouTube tutorials on good starter decks to use. A little bit of a learning curve, but even I, the world's worst gamer, I kind of grasped it kind of quickly after blindly playing cards and losing every time. So if you've already dabbled with Marvel Snap, what do you think? Who's in your decks to maximize winning those territories? Give me your thoughts on Marvel Snap by boosting on a Podcasting 2.0 app. That's a custom micropayment of support, goes directly to the show and gives you the chance to send a message, or in this case, your reply, or at BoomboxPod on Twitter. Moves by Warner Brothers Discovery in the past few months have been met with controversy, but here's a couple that fans can certainly get behind. Henry Cavill announced this week that he is back as Superman. Meanwhile, Man of Steel 2 currently looking for writers' pitches. Also, DCEU and DC Animation's future are in good hands. Director James Gunn and producer Peter Safran have just been named as co-CEOs to take over the whole division of DC Studios. Gunn is tackling everything on the creative side, so think of him as the Kevin Feige version for DC, and Safran handling the business end. They'll be wrangling various directors and creative visions to help course correct the inconsistency of the DCU so far. Ironically, Disney Plus just also posted a trailer for Gunn's upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Link in the show notes.
That, along with Guardians 3, most likely will be his Marvel swan song. I've been a huge fan of James Gunn's work on Marvel and DC's side, with the Suicide Squad, the awesome Peacemaker series, and the fans have just embraced him a lot more on the mainstream side than Zack Snyder. And I do love me some Snyder Cut and teases of what could have been. And I am stoked for Rebel Moon, Snyder's new Netflix sci-fi epic, and some more Army of the Dead projects. But yeah, James Gunn's sensibilities has just the right balance of humor and edginess. Perhaps we shouldn't write off The Flash just yet.
Literal Trailer presents Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Hi, I'm Paul Rudd, the guy who never ages and has the best improv skills out of anybody in the Marvel Universe. Oh, God, what's my idiot kid doing?
Dad, I'm sending a signal to the quantum realm. Let's film it for TikTok. Like, where are we?
The multiverse. Oh, I mean, the quantum realm. Why's Elton John here? Bet you never thought you'd see Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer riding an alien pterodactyl thingy like a doomed sandworm. Bill Murray? Oof, bad timing.
What's it gonna be?
Ant-Man? Ant-Man and the Wasp. Kang bang.
From my top-secret underground bunker in Pahrump, Nevada.
Whoa, hold on. Ken, conspiracy. Look, you can't hijack the podcast, dude.
Oh, really? Well, excuse me, Mr. Useless as a sack of buttholes. I seem to recall you cutting my segment short on the last episode.
Yeah, and you tased me, bro.
That was pretty funny. Anyway, sit down, Herbert. Watch how a real pro does it.
Pro douchebag?
Mom, Herbert's being difficult.
It's my podcast.
Well, hi.
Hi, Miss Information.
Hear ye.
No, thanks. I don't want to hear any more yay. He got canceled.
How about you park your bohiny and let Kenny talk?
Okay.
He's been working so hard gathering all the news you can't use.
I don't know if I'd call it work.
Page 1. What do you do if you have 130 hours over the course of 3 years on your hands?
I don't know. You make a podcast where you talk to yourself with different voices.
I see why that poor elephant in Thailand was constipated. They had to pull you out. Anyway, 64-year-old Kerry Houlette decided to make his own floatation device, a suit made up of over 1,000 corks. And wouldn't you know, the darn thing works. Apparently, he needed to do something after downing all that wine. Maybe now he can do something about his alcoholism. Page 2. Black Widow spider bites pack a punch, but they are rarely fatal. In fact, the last reported death was in 1983. But the name Black Widow is synonymous with the amount of Darwin Award-seeking dudes who end up accidentally disturbing their lairs and dealing with a heaping helping of pain in the garages and basements, and especially outhouses, where many a man have ended up getting bit right on the junk. So think twice before punishing the porcelain of a porta potty. Your pee-pee will thank you.
This just got really weird.
Hush. Page 3. The sneaker market isn't just for rich kids camped outside of retail outlets for hours on end, clamoring for the latest limited edition of Air Jordans. Why stop at the human race? Horseshoes just got a bougie upgrade. Forget Adidas, forget Nike. Horse kicks will make Trigger, Mr. Ed, and Bullseye the coolest critters on the farm. Or maybe ready for the racetrack. Each pair will only set you back $1,200. Of course, assuming you could already afford a horse, that's a steal. Wonder what those suckers will go for on eBay. Page 4.
You're not done yet?
Silence. I kill you.
Whatever, man.
A local legend in the province of Fars in Iran has shuffled off this mortal coil at the ripe age of 94. Known as Uncle Haji, he was known as the world's dirtiest man, as he hadn't showered or gotten near a tub in over 60 years. Relative of yours, Herbert? Haji claimed that being clean was bad for your health, but villagers somehow convinced him to take a bath. Irony can be pretty ironic, as he got sick shortly after and then dropped dead. I guess cleanliness is next to godliness after all. Who knew? Page 5. The body positivity movement has a wide variety of ambassadors. Brian Ray of Los Angeles has been making cosmetic surgeons rich for 2 decades, with multiple implants, nose jobs, lips, fillers, and Botox, all to look like his idol, Britney Spears. And I gotta say, $120,000 later, he does kind of look like the pop star, if she stumbled out of a Spirit Halloween store. But we all need to remember, he's happy with all the work done, and that's all that matters. Now, place your bets if Britney's filed a restraining order yet. Hey, Herbert, can you relate to any of this?
Kinda. I mean, I've signed multiple fans' arms and legs with a Sharpie, and then they went and got permanently tattooed.
You're an idiot.
What?
That's not body positivity. More like body mutilation. Tell me this, did they send you their therapy bills at least?
No, I mean, it's flattering, but it's kind of creepy that my signature will be part of a weird con story that they tell once they're in an old folks' home.
And I'm spent. That's all the news you can't use. Conspiracy here, where hijacking Herbert's podcast has been more pleasurable than I could ever possibly convey.
You're welcome.
Yes, I am.
Aw, look at the time.
The Intergalactic Boombox is acidic, bitter, briny, herbal, nutty, robust, smoky, tangy, tart, zesty, and over 60 other ways to describe food.
Hey, Herbert, can I do the words of wisdom?
Yeah, why not?
Remember, kids, don't listen to this show. Unlike and unfollow immediately.
What? Come on.
This podcast blows goats.
Dude!